NASCAR, Lollapalooza, Pride, the DNC, wherever you've got a lot of people in one place, that is an opportunity for an issue.
So my daughter asked me at the beginning of COVID what my job was, and I explained to her that I am the person who goes to the site and provides the first responders with what supplies they need in order to meet the challenge.
Our philosophy is that if there is an event or an emergency situation, we can have the boots on the ground with less than 24 hours. We did that during COVID, we did it during DNC, we do it during major security events and exercises. I think we're the only organization that I'm aware of that can bring those bodies to bear.
You can have all the good plans, you can have all the processes, but if you have not identified the bodies, you usually fall flat when it comes to that response time.
The same rules apply in an emergency situation that apply in a non-emergency scenario. So it's not like you can just throw the covers off and go, go, go. You have to have a plan that can scale up while maintaining all those standards.
The complexity of the compliance protocols alone freezes most response surges in their tracks. Most project areas have a storage warehouse that they put their stuff in and they walk away. We're actively working with the inventory on a daily basis.
We're stockpiling these things, rotating them, performing QA/QC on them, because that's the least expensive way to be prepared.
Because if you don't practice that day in and day out, the emergency occurs, you're falling flat on your face. We manage mobile hospitals, ventilators, radiation detection portals, pharmaceuticals, vaccines, PPE. They all have the same requirement. They are a product that needs to be protected.
We're going to go in there and try to get critical life-saving medical materials to those who need it. In parts of town that are underserved, I can put 70,000 doses in a single -80 freezer. So if we had a presence in strategic counties and communities around the country like that, boy, that 2.5 years that we suffered under COVID trying to figure it out would have been compressed to about 2.5 months.
There's no limitation to where we can go with this. This is why we're going public. We want to bring the investments in so we can take this to every state. We want every person to feel safe. So duplicating it is going to be the easy part. We have the bandwidth with all the technology.
You're never going to know what direction the next one comes. If you think you do, you're probably suspect to some degree of being part of the problem.
If there's something squirrely going on in the world, then they've got Callan JMB and their entire team, whether in Texas or based here locally in Chicago, we're going to show up and get the job done.
We've got the election coming up. Organizations are preparing for riots or powder because somebody's going to be unhappy. We've got PPE in place. We've got antibiotics. If we discover a powder at this Amazon sort facility, stuff happens all over. You don't hear about it. We're always ready. That shifting of manpower, people power, at each location ready to roll should we go from red light to green light.